Hey, Conscious crew, it is your favorite breakdown commentator, Consciouztv. Welcome to another riveting episode, girl. We're not going to be here long at all. This is going to be real brief and real professional, girl. First of all, I'm tired as hell, bitch. I've been moving shit around, painting shit, unloading shit. Okay, I'm never moving again in my motherfucking life, girl. Like, I'm not doing this again for another 25 fucking years. Like, I cannot do it. I am too old, bitch. I don't have the patience for this level of transition. Oh, but it is worth it, girl, because I'm going to be able to make all type of voodoo dolls and shit in Fupa's name and sacrifice all type of goats and chickens, girl, under the moonlight, naked and everything, and have this manic bitch turning into turtles and shit, girl. Y'all think that hoe got a turkey neck now, bitch. Y'all think that underneath that chin is sagging harder and longer than that goddamn Fupa, okay? That font. Girl, this bitch got a Fupa and a Funa, girl. He has upper pussy fat, and the bitch got upper neck fat, baby. Okay? Somebody was sending me all type of goddamn screenshots of these angles, girl. And there was a lot going on, okay? So this is going to be my dear King Fupa of the Fupalettes from the Fupaverse video, girl, okay? Like, when I tell y'all I am halfway fucking delirious, girl, because I am literally trying to get my setup situated in my motherfucking house, girl, so that I can get back to, so I can have a filming area, girl. Because it's about to be a whole situation out here on these motherfucking streets. I just got off of the Yes God round table. Okay, we just rounded up our show tonight, girl. We had a 2-hour-long show. Go over there. I put the link in the community tab, girl. We had an amazing conversation, honey. It was everything and then some. Okay. Any other church announcements I need to make, girl, before we get into some things? I don't know. I think that's it. But hey, Angie's Angle, honey, you guys subscribe to Angie's Angle, honey. She is our resident minister of music, baby. Okay, she is the mastermind behind the remix to Y'all Haters Ain't On Our Level, baby. So our bop, our jam, honey. Okay, this is the minister of music over here in the sanctuary, honey. So shout out to Angie's Angle, honey, and her wonderful body of work. She's also an amazing commentary, girl. We need more commentary for you, girl, because you be knocking shit on the mother loving head. Okay, hey Benji, Angie, what's going on? Tinkerbell, hi God's Eye, hey Deshonda, hey Dream, what's going on? Oh, Knockout Media is live too. I didn't know, girl. Like, I literally just got off of the Yes God roundtable and then like just transitioned over here. This ain't gonna be long, so we ain't gonna be here long at all. I don't even need an intro for this. Let me say this to this a crack whore, okay, over in Euclid, Ohio. You know, I know that in your rabbit ass delusional 5150 ass non-working dysfunctional dilapidated ass brain that you are under the belief that you are actually gangster, okay? But while you over there running your motherfucking deep throater, bitch, what you need to also be reminding all 14 of the Fupalettes and the rest of them paid for ass views and bots that you get in Tube Buddy, shout out to Marcellulite, okay, is that, girl, I done invited you for 2 years now to the Ponderosa for a meet and greet, bitch, and you have not taken me up on a single motherfucking offer, okay? And when you did decide to cross state lines, so as much as we have dramatized you crossing state lines, the truth is, girl, is that you been in Larry's Patreon and knew that when you pulled up, that whole man and his whole entire squad was on the beaches and shores of Miami. Okay? Because the reality is, girl, you don't want that work. That's why a whole 5'2" black woman over in Chi-Town had you running your bad body ass down to the Euclid, Ohio Police Department every other motherfucking day because you were scared that a bitch was at your door. You were scared that motherfuckers was looking through the windows, girl. And a 5'1" black woman in a whole nother state had you running down to your local police precinct, filing a police report. And you about 6'5", 7, 11 inches, bitch, with a 20-inch fucking foot. Okay? 3 times her size, 3 times her height. And you needed the entire law enforcement to protect you from a 5'1" black woman. Okay? And then when the gayest nigga on YouTube, honey, invited you to come tap him on your shoulder, to come tap him on his shoulder, you never sent me a longitude, a latitude. You never sent me a confirmation on the invite. Okay? Girl, you know that not only will we invite you to the Ponderosa, bitch, you know that we'll pull up on you if need be. So how about you invite me to the Ponderosa? Okay? Since you interested in whooping my ass, okay, and since you interested, okay, you and your raggedy ass family that couldn't even bury your father accordingly, okay, you had to sling his ass into a fireplace and cremate his ass the old tribal way, girl. Okay, don't be mad at me because you had to disintegrate your father in the furnace of that white man's home, who you wiping the ass of and providing assistant nurse living services to, Miss Ma'am. Okay? Because every time that you throw woodchucks in that fireplace, bitch, you get a big whiff of your daddy's body. Okay? You all are indeed one, ho. Okay? So you said that people wanted to touch me and that you got people, you know, close to Alabama. Because, you know, I'm on acreage. So there ain't nothing but time, space, and opportunity, bitch, for a good old country hoedown. And since they so pressed and pissed about me mentioning your father after you mocked my mother's death a year and a half ago, honey, let me give them more reasons, okay, to whip off in my ass, okay? Let me give them more reasons to tear off into my ass, okay? See, your father carried you around in his ball sack before he conceived you by fucking your mother that one good time in doggy style back at the Fountain Blue Club. Okay? In the late 1960s and 70s. And he left you with nothing, which is why you're driving around in a rental and living in another family's home in the basement, carrying on like a repressed homosexual. Okay? Your father didn't die a military death, bitch. Okay? He was the supervisor of a Boy Scout club. Okay? Now, if you call that military, girl, so be it. Okay? Because you not shit. Your mammy ain't shit. Your pappy ain't shit. And while you online being manic, bitch, you probably should be praying for Jesus to uplift his spirit out of the bowels of hell. Okay? So that he can be redeemed. Okay? Because your father needs your help in the afterlife, hope. Okay? Now, between your own manic, broken, dilapidated, low vibrating ass health and all them cigars and Hennessy that you sip down and digest, girl, you're going to be meeting him in hell very soon. Since you got people who want to tear off in my ass, baby, let the ass tearing begin. Okay? Because your daddy ain't shit. You not shit. Your sons ain't shit. Your mammy ain't shit. Your greasy alopecia ass grandmammy ain't shit. Her mammy wasn't shit. And her mammy's ain't shit. And the one night stand ass niggas who fucked all the bitches in your family, okay? didn't stick around long enough to give you niggas the affirmation of masculinity that y'all need, which is why y'all are some fake ass press-on-nail ass thugs, okay? Which is why y'all sell wolf tickets and do all barking and no biting, okay? You are all bark, no bite ass bitch, okay? You will never get me to respect a greasy a greasy neck ass nigga, okay? Who had a 5'1" woman running his ass down to the FBI girl, wasting them poor white people's time while you on set with the rah-rah. Because just as I predicted, girl, you was going to give all that male bravado to your 14 subscribers. But we know come December the 6th, girl, okay, that you're going to be humbled once again like you was doing pre-trial with Larry, okay? When you turn into, once again, a bussy-ass bitch, who was ready to mediate, ready to work things out, ready to apologize and jumping out of your seat to avoid this whopping debt that your raggedy, repressed, broke, missing eyes on the stove ass, no lock on the door ass, toe up blinds in the house ass can't withstand, baby. I already done said Melody from Heaven need to come get her motherfucking husband, girl. Nah, I just find it really hypocrisy. You know, it's the hypocrisy for me, Fupa, because it was all good in games when y'all was over there, you know, piling through Larry Reid's E. Doobie case. But the minute that you get a case, the minute that the court records read Larry D. Reid versus Download Fupa More, baby, all of a sudden, girl, the street don't work both ways. There's not a coming and going, girl. This is not a 2-lane interstate, bitch. There's no exit or entry, girl. This is just what, a one-way road, honey? This is the straight and narrow. No, Miss Ma'am. We just giving you that work, okay? We just giving you that free for promotion, okay? As you can see, girl, I don't mind giving you free full promotion because nobody is subscribing to that raggedy ass, rundown ass, dusty platform to begin with, bitch. Okay? Nobody is looking, listening, or respected, boo. Okay? You're a fan, and you're going to remain a fan. Okay? And what? This the 6th, 7th motherfucking address you done pulled up, bitch, talking about the sex offenders in my area, girl? Girl, Euclid, Ohio has 594 registered sex offenders alone. And guess how many lives in your neighborhood, bitch? 40 of that 594. So if you in the Patreon, you know what you need to know. And if you're not in the Patreon, you need to get into the Patreon so that you can know what needs to be known. Okay? Consciouztv is a creep. But girl, you the one who have my sexy nude picture that I posted on Instagram up in the thumbnails, girl. Okay? You are the one lusting after me, Miss Ma'am. Okay? You are the one subscribed to King Jives Only Fan, girl. You the one wanting to write the donkey. Aren't those your words? Huh? Weren't you the one sending that little ass erectile dysfunctional dick to Denise Williams, girl? Do you want me to post that in the Patreon too? Do you want me to let the world see what's underneath them big ass diapers you wear, bitch? Do you want me to let the world see, girl, that there's no hang time to your braids, honey? Okay, that your ball sack is larger and longer than your actual dick, girl. That your scrotum is longer than your penis is. Okay? There was nothing that even an 80-year-old ass woman on a fixed income could do with what you were working with in your diaper. Okay? So while you got time, honey, to be doxing everybody in the sun, why you didn't dox Russell Avenue and figure out that you got 40 motherfucking sex offenders, honey, okay? Hitting the left and the right on the ins and outs of your motherfucking street, girl, pulling up into their homes, honey. Why you didn't dox your address the way that you didn't dox Miss Marcellulite, honey, and saw that she done took out 2 different PPP loans and never dedicated a quarter of that to your legal fund, which she had the wherewithal to support in a major way. What is the problem, honey? Okay? Because, girl, you know that if it's my ass that you want to whip, you know that out of all the players in the situation, girl, that I'm the hoe who gonna go to jail over you. That's what you know. See, that's why tonight, you couldn't even state that it's you who gonna do it, girl, but that you got people. We know it's people, bitch, because we know that you the weakest cootie on the family tree. We know that you are the bitch made nigga on the family tree. We know that that cootie of yours ain't got no drip, bitch. So of course we know that it won't be you who would be tearing off into my ass. Because you're not built like that, Miss Mamas. And then you keep using this relational language, okay? Like, we ain't been cool since. Girl, can you get it through your dysfunctional ass brain that we were never cool to begin with? You were a fan, okay? You were a fan, girl. I don't know you. You use language like you ain't been cool with me since. And are you okay? Are you okay? Because exactly what you do now is what you did then to become a disgruntled fan, which is you tried to spam my platform and promote yourself in such a way that my own fucking supporters and Patreon members and subscribers was asking me to quiet you down, girl, because you were trying to build your channel up by posting your links about William McWig and shit, all in the Patreon, girl. All in the Patreon. Now you talking about I didn't give you your $5 back, bitch. When you were blocked, your $5 was revoked, girl. That was the last of your $5 out of your mama's purse. Okay? Out of your mammy's purse, bitch. That was when your $5 was revoked, girl. Are you okay? Girl, if you never got your mammy's $5 back, bitch, you take that up with Patreon, ho. I don't control whether Patreon reimburses you or not, ho. But once the block button happened, ho, okay? Because my folk was tired of seeing you, bitch, and I was tired of smelling you, ho. Okay, you had to go. Now, I gave you forewarning, honey. I issued a disclaimer. I told you that if you spam my motherfucking channel again, girl, that I would have to go ahead and put you on the sick and shut-in list. Okay? I'm very diplomatic, honey. I'm not a very reactionary person, honey. I know how to be an adult, honey, and carry myself accordingly and take the lesser road before I have to get into ass-kicking mode. I issue out disclaimers all the time, and then I make good on my word. That's what I do. So you got put on the sick and shut-in list, bitch, and you never recovered, girl. Now you in hospice. Now you in hospice, girl. Now you're never getting your life back, girl. You are permanently, girl, hospitalized at this point. Okay? Now, I know that it meant something to you to have to put a lot of emphasis on $5, $5, $5, because you don't see a lot of dollars. Okay? So you have to count. You have to count your $5 out in singles, bitch. Okay? Because you don't see a lot of coin. Okay? You don't see a lot of pennies out of your piggy bank, baby. So when the cashier has to give you your $5, girl, you need her to give it to you in singles and in ones. So that you can feel like a paid nigga. Because that $5 creates the illusion of you having more than what it is that you got, girl. Because whether it's 5 and ones or just a flat out $5 bill, bitch, it's $5 fucking $5. $5. And you should be thankful. You should be thankful, girl, because if it wasn't for me, girl, there would be no you. I initiated the William McWig rundown. Girl, like if it wasn't for Bishop Matthews, utilizing my services as a nigga who runs down on hoes, you would have no leg to stand on. So why not just be grateful, honey? Huh? Why not just be grateful, Miss Mamas? Okay, now I knew you was going to have an adverse reaction to me rejecting your offer to sit down on your raggedy ass platform with them bots, bitch. I don't talk to bots. I like to be in an authentic stream, bitch, okay? And I like to sit before intelligent, respected people. You're none of those, girl, okay? It's not that I don't like you, girl. Really, the truth is, I'm indifferent towards you, okay? The only reason why you get this work, bitch, is because you came for the CTV, and I still let you live for a long, 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 long time. Because you never won. So it didn't bother me that you was running your dick sucker because nothing was coming of you running your dick sucker. So I'm glad that you pressed. I'm glad that you manic, girl. There's lots of mania to come. Okay? You say that these reads don't bother you, girl, but you respond to everything that I say. You say these reads don't bother you, girl, but you inviting the king to a sit down in a peasant's home. You say these reads don't bother you, girl, okay? But you got time to be finding out how many sex offenders live around the 600th address, girl, that you've put up on doxabitch.com, honey. And I just want you to keep on doing you, girl. Because it done went from Ridgeway Street to a $12,000 house that you gonna buy, girl, to you done did it all, baby. And I want you to keep on satisfying yourself, Miss Mamas. Okay? And now that I'm closer than ever in these rural country hick parts of Alabama, baby, okay? You can tell your people to come see me, girl. We can make it a formal sit down. Okay? That's it. You a grown-ass man who keep talking about what you gonna do, and we just want to see you do it. We want to see you do it. I don't know why you press. I don't know why you press. You wanted to be a star. We're making you a star. You're a star. You wanted to be a star. You wanted to be relevant. You wanted to be significant. There's just no way to satisfy you, Miss Fupa. Okay? Because when you were insignificant, you was hot and ready off the press. And now, okay, that you getting that attention you don't want. I don't understand. What is it? Do you want to be insignificant or significant, girl? You've been married. You've been mad at Larry for 2 years, girl, because you've been insignificant, and now you upset at me because I've made you significant, and I don't understand. I don't understand, Mr. Bipolar. I don't get it. Okay? What I do know is that I want my ass torn open by your people for talking about your decrepit ass father. Because if I find out that that weak ass pussy nigga is not really dead, guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna drag him just like you was gonna drag my mama if you found out that she wasn't really dead. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna verify and clarify whether your pussy punk ass little dick ass father, okay, who couldn't pease your mammy and couldn't raise your sorry ass properly, and make sure that he's in the grave rotten and stinking, okay? Because if I find out that he's actually upstairs on that 3rd floor, girl, and you still feeding him from your titty, bitch, I'm gonna drag him to hell and make sure he remains there. Mm-hmm. That's what's gonna happen. So I want you to get the tearing off into some ass, baby. I want you to get your people to tear off into some ass, baby. That's all I want you to do. Uh-huh. That's what I want you to do. Mm-hmm. Because I talked about your sorry ass, non-working ass, dishonorable, discharged from the motherfucking Boy Scouts ass pappy, bitch. Okay, bitch, I told you. I run toward the hurricane, ho. Okay? Cause see, bitch, I'm a bitch who will go to jail. Oh yes, honey. So I'm gonna clarify and verify and make sure that that sorry ass nigga is definitely 6 feet under. Cause it ain't like he served no motherfucking purpose walking the earth. I mean, look at how you turned out, bitch. If you are any reflection of him, girl, it's no wonder that his time was up. Because see, the universe is getting rid of the insignificant. And that starts with the head on down to the tail. From the head to the tail, bitch. Now I told you that when you decided to let the devil use you, that I was gonna let him use me just a little bit more. Just a little bit more. Because I'm better at this than you. I'm more poised and disciplined than you. I'm more clever and intelligent and cunning than you. Okay? And you can count on me to stay on your motherfucking neck, ho, until the judge goes, bow, bow, bow. With the gavel, bitch. Okay? You can count on me to keep the size 10 on your motherfucking neck. Because I'm going to make sure that I be available for this ass kicking that you have been saying for 2 years you've been so interested in providing. Okay, but now that left liver ain't working how it's supposed to, so now you need other folk. Your folk. Bitch, you gonna be sliding your folk into a makeshift fireplace as well and cremating them and hanging them up on the bookshelf too. Mm-hmm. Because what your folk gonna do fucking with me, bitch, is become your ancestors. Uh-huh. They gonna go from the material to the immaterial world real quick. Uh-huh. They gonna go from living sentient beings to a portrait on the wall. Uh-huh. That's what's gonna have happen. Now, you need to stop being a boy and stop trying to drag everybody into your battle, girl, because you just can't stand alone, bitch. And I thought that a queen stands alone. And you ain't did that yet. Since you've been around for the past 2 years, girl, you have done nothing but try to galvanize groups because your daddy raised a bitch rather than a brother. Uh-huh. Because your daddy raised a pussy rather than a pastor. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. So I'm waiting for the man to show up, but the boy keeps taking front and center. Front and center. Now you mad because the way that God got your curse set up is that you have to wipe the assholes of strangers for the rest of your life. Because you can no longer substitute teach for autistic children. Because when you was a big bitch, you thought you was a bad bitch and sought to have power over those smaller than you. And now you can't teach for a single school nowhere in the country, bitch. Okay, so now you gotta lift 76-year-old scrotums up and wipe the motherfucking yeast from in between niggas' legs. And you mad at us. You mad because you gotta wipe and scrub 2-day-old sweat out of the long ass titties of 96-year-old ass women and smell your feces and hers every day. And you wanna come home mad and manic at the rest of us. Because we blessed and highly favored. You upset and miserable in your motherfucking existence, girl, because you got to constantly scratch that flea infected, tick written ass beard of yours, girl. Because you was just a scratching all that goddamn pestilence up out of that botched, burnt, health declining body of yours. And you upset. Why? Why are you mad at Larry? Because God blessed him in a way that he's never gonna bless you. I mean, Larry's institutions, Larry's churches, Larry's businesses require janitors, so there's still a place for you. So I don't know why you upset. Larry's homes still require maids and butlers, so there's still a place for you. So why are you upset? There's still a place for you in the kingdom. Everybody can't be big boss because somebody got to be cleaning up behind big boss. That's where you come in at. That's where your anointing come in at, girl. You are anointed to utilize the mop. You are anointed to utilize the broom and duster. You are anointed to utilize the pooper scooter. Okay? For Master Larry's dogs out back. So why is you pressed? You want it to be counted, ho. And the universe and the Lord was merciful and good enough to allow there to be a need in societies for those who need to wipe others' asses who can't do it themselves. And I love that you are bigger than me. Bitch, we know you bigger. Big. You think because you bigger. You think because you bigger. You think because you bigger. If you look like this, bitch, if you was this size today, physically, girl, you still this size today, spiritually. But if you was this size today, girl, if you was built like Juggernaut today, bitch, indeed, girl, I may have to put in that work, girl, okay? For this version of you, ho, we would have still had that fight, bitch. But it would have been with my vehicle at 140 miles per hour, bitch. Because I would have had to launch your 700-pound ass up in the air, baby, to make sure that gravity did the rest of the work, girl. But you ain't carrying that type of weight around no more, bitch. You just tall, slanky, goofy, and everything on you sags, bitch. Which means that all I got to do, girl, is grab you by them long ass titties, bitch, and spin you around in a 360-degree merry-go-round position, girl, and then decide when I want to let go and what I want you to fly into when I do let them long ass titties go. Every part of your motherfucking body, bitch, is made like rubber, okay? So that means that I could ball the back of your motherfucking neck up, oh, and just to windmilling your ass around, bitch, in a complete circle, girl, and then decide, girl, whether it's the east, west, north, or south, girl, that I want to let you go in the direction of. Because I'm going to let go and let God. Bitch, you barely breathing sitting down, ho. You can never last in the ring with the king, bitch. Because I'm a Scorpio, ho. So that means that when I'm done boom bamming your long titty ass, ho, I'ma pick up everything in the motherfucking environment, bitch. From the playground to the picket fence to the goddamn gates to every goddamn rock on the ground, bitch. That I'm gonna pick up grass, girl. And I'ma slang it and bang it on top of your motherfucking asshole. After I done giving you a 2-piece and a biscuit, bitch. Okay? Because like that furry dog of yours that's no longer alive, girl, we like to bury our urine too. After we're done pissing and shitting on a bitch, like that furry ass animal that's keeping your father company in the pits of hell, girl, we like to kick up the dirt behind us, girl, and complete the tombstone finish. Uh-huh. Now you mad at me because you thought you was gonna fuck Andrea. Because you've been holding these nuts in, okay, for years to come. But because you got an addictive personality type and you just become fond of jacking your dick to Pornhub, ho, now you can't even get it up and you can't even get it out. So now you walking around with all this internal ass rage and frustration because you couldn't even give the pussy that work today if you wanted to. Why you mad, ho? Because you can't bust the nut, because you can't keep it up enough, and you reduce to cleaning the shit stains of Denise Williams off the walls. Why are you upset? I don't know. For a bitch who is not bothered, girl, you've been mighty bothered the past few months. And I don't know why. I don't know why. It's not my fault that you ain't put no new pair of batteries in your fucking father's heart pacer. You should have changed the motherfucking batteries, ho. It ain't my motherfucking fault, bitch, that you ain't plug up the USB to his heart pacer up to the nearest socket. You gotta take that up with yourself, honey. It's clear to me that you was ready for your fucking pappy to go so you can collect on the insurance claim. Because, baby, you was ready to kick the dirt up on that nigga and get your ass back to Euclid, Ohio, to be obsessing over me and Miss Miko and the rest of the gang. Bitch, what you should have had started was CPR, bitch, when you realized that you ain't have the energy to put new batteries in because you was online doxing me and Miss Miko the following Monday. It ain't my fault that you didn't know how to do chest compressions. It ain't my fault, girl, that you couldn't drag that long ass body across the goddamn room fast enough to change the motherfucking light bulb in your daddy's heart pacer. You said that your people mad, right? Because I'm talking about your daddy, bitch. Well, you know, that's even telling. Because I'm trying to figure out, bitch, why they didn't want to whip off into a gay nigga's ass when I was dragging you. So what you let us know tonight, girl, is that they don't give a fuck about you because they ain't no honor to your motherfucking name. But they are willing, girl. But they are willing, girl, to rise like the dark Fupa army, bitch, and defend your daddy's honor. Because his sorry ass, trifling, child support back paying ass, renter center process served, getting sued ass son ain't got shit for a motherfucking tribe to defend. Because you broke, you dusty, and you insignificant. So I'm trying to figure out that between the way that your ass got air juggled over the past few months, girl, why they not pressed about you getting dragged, girl? Yeah, I remember too. But see, I knew that when he put his mouth on the mother of a witch, and shout out to 11:11 right now, Eastern Standard Time. I knew that when he had put his mouth on the mother of a witch, that the clock began tick-tocking down right then and there. Okay? And the universe was going to make a choice between taking the father who didn't have the lamb's blood on his forehead or taking his mammy who didn't have the blood of the lamb on her forehead. And a little shy of a year later, we had to help Fupa to cremate the superintendent of America's Boy Scout Association. You see how that works? See, I don't be worried about none of you dusty assholes. Because the minute that your fat ass homegirl got to talking her shit when I didn't know that big bitch from a burger, when I didn't know that big bitch from a big blimp, okay? See, I knew that her time was tick-tocking. So when she started losing employment and losing jobs and crying and wailing to you on live because she's so upset and in distress because she started writing checks that her ass couldn't cash. Touch not my anointed is the T. See, it's easy for me to go on with my life and let you low-hanging fruit ass bitches do what y'all do. Because I know that the universe gonna keep its foot on y'all neck. But sometimes I like to think that the universe likes crowd participation. So I like to insert my foot and put it on a bitch's neck just to add the extra pressure. Now, the most interesting thing that you said tonight had to do with tearing off into my ass, which I know you want to do in more ways than one. Because, see, there's a reason why I call you down low. There's a reason why I'm adamant about your down lowness. And it's because I haven't shared the intel in the 2 phone conversations that we have had. Because, see, I'm a ninja hoe. And you know that I'm coming. Oh, I just got an interesting text. Now, I have encouraged you, Miss Ma'am, to come out the closet. Because, see, I, unlike everybody else, know what's wrong with you. And because I'm so LGBT friendly, uh-huh. I don't even know why you still remain in the closet, because the doors have been missing for a long time. We just make you believe that we don't see you in there. You know, we just pull up, you know, hang up our blouse, hang up our blazer, you know, get ready for the night and lay down. You know, we pretend that we don't see you in the corner in fetal position in that closet. You know, then we get up, make us some breakfast the next work day, and we go back to the closet and we try on our pin striped skirt and our heels, and we figure out which matte lipstick we want to put on, and we pretend that we don't see you there, hollowed out and alone and in distress in the corner of that closet. You know, but it's getting a little bit too much. We're tired of pretending that we don't see you. We see you. Now we want you to see you. So yeah, I've been trying to give the people Blue's Clues for the past months, you know? Like, why is it that you're so upset at gay men? Why is it that you're so invested, particularly in being close to gay men? Why are you so hurt when gay men don't want you? Why have the only people that's ever interviewed you been gay men? From Wiley, who shitted on you epically. You were such a dumbass bitch in that interview. The fact that Wiley was just walking you into the drags, and you were taking him seriously and asking questions that were designed to humiliate you, and you couldn't catch the cues. But you're not a cue catching bitch, okay? You've only been interviewed by Wiley and interviewed by the McCray Kings, who are a whole same gender loving couple. You know, I've been trying to tell people to just put a pin in it right there. You know, to just hold on, sit down, you know, put the puzzle pieces together. We just want you to come on out. You know, we see the way that melody from heaven. We see the way that she looks. Okay? She looked like she was your high school basketball coach. Bitch, she looked like she was the coach of your high school football team, bitch. She looked like she taught you everything you needed to know about being a quarterbacker. And there's a reason why she looks like a he. It's the reason why you was willing to rummage and plumage all up into her private regions. And it was because she looked like a man. But she allowed you to fuck her like a woman. So that you can avoid having to come full term with your identities. Okay? The proof is in your own testimony, Fupa. The proof is in you, is everything that's around you. The proof is everything that you spend your attention on. The proof is the obsession you have with queerness and all of its ins and outs. The proof is you only being interested in these allegations against Larry because you was turned on by the prospects of man on man contact, and because you were a little twisted and you were a little S&M ass type of bitch, okay? It turned you on to think about sextivities in a same gender loving context personified through violence and coercion, because those are reflections of your own dysmorphed ass personality. See, there's a reason why you want to ride Jives. Donkey. Bitch, you came out of the closet then. The proof is you in your backyard going live and rejoicing before all of social media about you seeing King Jives Donkey on his OnlyFans that you subscribe to. And then you not catching yourself and singing a song where you are the person wanting to ride the donkey, and you never caught that you were singing in first person. And you didn't catch yourself because you were so horny. You were so stank and horny in the backyard. You were so caught up in this penis that couldn't get up or put out inside of that diaper of yours. You were so hot and steamy and bothered, honey. You were so caught up in your lustations that you couldn't even fake it, honey. Because you in that moment were so authentically horny, girl, that you just had to go ahead and declare to the world, girl, that you black, you proud, and you want to ride that donkey. Do we need to play you outing yourself back? Do we need to loop that for you, Miss Ma'am, again and again? Do we need to act like There's science in the math, girl. This is not trigonometry, bitch. This is basic add and subtract. This is basic adding and subtracting, because I want to know why a man who, once he get disgruntled with queer men, like to degrade queer men and claim that they soft, but yet this is all that you want to be friends to. This is all that you want to be aligned to. What would a big macho masculine man like yourself, have in common for soft, dainty, pretty and prissy gay men like myself and Jives, and not to mention that you was all up in Harlow's business and sextivities? That everything around you is gay, including Miss Kimberly, who admitted that she's pan or bisexual, allegedly. Now, that makes perfect sense to me, because there's no entry point for a man unless it's in the folds and the rolls of her goddamn belly and her chins. Because the slit that was intended for penetration has been out of business since she's been 400 plus pounds since the age of 16. So it's understandable why she's forced to secrete and ejaculate out of her punani by letting a woman ride her pussy lips back and forwards, ups and downs across her ride ass grill. It's understandable. She has to default to queerness because the slit of the door has been out of order. Okay? Gay for pay type tease. But trust and believe. See, she's clinging to you because she is secretly fiending for dick. But see, she doesn't have the coin or the discipline to stop filling every gap in her mouth with barbecue and corn on the cob. And it's just odd to me that you are literally sitting in the thick of all of this gay shit, from the content creators who you tried to be friends with to the content creators that you can't stop talking about since they decided to tell you no, to the fact that you got queer people on your panel. You got queer people who don't even want to admit that they're queer, but want to admit that they are having wine flown in from Spain to Crenshaw. That you got whole motherfucking big bitches, over there licking and lapping on Cooter. That the only men you want to be in conversation with on the internet are other gay commentators and gay content creators. And you asking me what the proof is, bitch? You got some motherfucking nerve. Baby, don't make me push the kettle all the way over and spill the entirety of the tea, bitch, because it is piping hot. Okay? Because just because male escorts sign NDAs doesn't mean that they keep their motherfucking mouth closed. Just because male sex workers are supposed to operate within discretion doesn't mean that they know how to keep they motherfucking dick sucker closed. Bitch, the mitigated gall of you to ask me for the proof. The proof. The proof is sitting right to the left and the right of you as the whole 18. The proof is your subscription to Jives OnlyFans. The proof is my wonderful nude picture that you can't bust a nut to because you can't get that dick to thump and bump no more. The proof is in all your interviews only have been with gay commentators. The proof is that you even tried to build your back off of a heathen ass queer whore out here by the name of Scarecrow McWig. The proof is you interested, always interested in same-sex activities, even if it's in the form of assault. Like the only cases you've covered involved Jimmy Crack Corn, Battlefield Throat, alleging that he sucked on a high-valued man's dick in a luxury suite, and 3 random-ass niggas claiming that they had some type of sexual escapade or experience with another anointed man. And you got the mitigated gall. You got the mitigated gall, bitch. To ask me for motherfucking proof, bitch. You got the the proof. Do you want me to make a compilation of the proof? Do you want me to make a compilation, a cohesive compilation of the trail of blues clues you've left for us and out of your own mouth? You want to ride that? Don't get me. Are you okay? Do you need me to make? Huh? Do you need me to gather all of the puzzle pieces that you've left behind over the last 2 years, girl, and put the picture together for the people? Huh? Because, baby, we know that compilation video is going to send you completely over into yonder, baby. Okay? We know that you're going to be up again in that extra large ass, trailer park wide ass basement, baby. Going off, baby. Uh-huh. About all the unemployed people surrounding my community, girl. Uh-huh. What's going on, Big Hearts Reborn Nursery? And you, all this gay shit you done did for 2 years, and you got the motherfucking nerve. Girl, do I need to put iMovie to use? What you gonna call that? That's gonna be a murder plot too, whore. Cause I know that you ain't gonna like that kind of teaching. Do you need me to put together, baby? Oh, nasty piece. a compilation so that the people can judge in the court of public opinion for themselves. And who in the hell want to imagine Marcellulite in any sexual exchange? Who wants to imagine this wide double belly bitch in a sexual scenario? Who wants to even envision Marcellulite's body without the clothes on them? Who wants that lisp, gap tooth, knock kneed head ass, corny buffoon in a X-rated scenario? And then you got Fupa over there talking about what's wrong, why women don't like giving men rim jobs, because some men like rim jobs. In other words, Fupa trying to figure out what's wrong with you melanated queens out here on YouTube and things. Why y'all don't want to put y'all tongue deep down to the back of your throat into his loose pussy that is wide open for all the years that he claims he spent in prison for a false charge. He wants to know why y'all don't want to lick and lap his hind back and his back hind. He wants to know what's wrong with black women that they don't want to give a nigga who wipes ass for a living a rim job from the bike. Now, maybe I'm sadly mistaken. Is there any woman here in the chat who is interested in giving Fupa a rim job? Because I'm trying to think of who be? Who? Is there any motherfucking man, any motherfucking woman who interested in utilizing the tongue that allows her to taste and savor the flavors of Skittles and Starbucks and good country apple pie, who want to expose those taste buds to the back, to the back behind, to the hind back of Fupa after he done got done sweating up a good yeast in his pamper? Because he wants to know, oh baby, Melody was doing it all, baby. Because when him and Mr. Potato Head decided that they wanted to have an X-rated dialogue on his platform and get a little freaky, because all them old ass Denise Williams hoes was in the comment section, girl, who also can't skeet out they cootas because menopause and having consistent abortions done ruined their ability to have an orgasm. Okay? Resulted in stoop down to the lesser of the two evils, which is I can't have sex, but let's talk about it. So Fupa and Mr. Potato Head decided that it was time that they asked women what the fuck is wrong with them. Because they don't want a rim job, a nigga and a pamper. Now we know that between all the time you have to sit in that basement all day, on live, in multiple lives, all day, that it ain't nothing but cigarette butts and residue from feces that didn't make it completely out of your asshole, that's stuck in the nooks and the crevices of your flat ass cheeks. But you so gross and grotesque and disgusting that you just don't give a fuck because you used to paying for it anyway. And every hoe got their price. I'm sure that Mr. Self-Proclaimed Prostitute understands that. So we know why you mad, hoe. Okay? Because you can't bust no nuts. You can't be openly gay. You can't get no rim jobs. And you are reduced to the janitorial work in the earth. Why you think that none of your attempts to be significant has made you significant? Why you think that every genre and lane you done tried to be successful in that you have been unsuccessful at? Like acting. And I didn't know that being a permanent prop is considered acting. I didn't know that you just standing there in a frame was acting. But baby steps, right? Baby steps, okay? Then you tried to be a paralegal. But what paralegal is so fucking stupid and uninformed and uneducated about the law that they break all of them and end up in a defamation lawsuit? I mean, talk about a epic failure, bitch. Talk about a motherfucking epic failure. Then you tried to be a husband. That resulted in Melody from Heaven hauling ass and leaving the kids with you. Then you tried to be a son, and that resulted in your father wanting to be with God more than he wanted to be with you. Then you tried to be a YouTuber, and that ended up in you hiding your subscriber count and buying views to make up the difference. Then you called yourself protecting victims just to only throw them under the bus when your back is up against the wall, bitch. Everywhere you've went, everything you've touched, everything you've tried to be, to everybody has left you where you always have been, which is in the basement as a low hanging basement dwelling biatch. And you mad about it. Now I came up here and gave you 1 hour and 17 minutes of easy work. And I can do this all day, every day. Because I ain't got nothing but time, space, opportunity, and a man to fuck. Uh-huh. So while you have some provocative and thought-provoking questions for me, we the people want you to answer, why are you such an epic failure? You tried to be friends with CTV. He left you. You tried to be friends with Larry Reid. He never wanted you. You tried to be friends with Jives. He chucked up the deuces. You thought you had a homegirl in Andrea. She said good day and goodbye. Why you mad? Hmm? You such a broke and dusty nigga that you couldn't even get your broken brain to conceive that Miss Miko's kitchen was hers. You said she was doing her cooking videos in somebody else's house. You actually believe that a nice kitchen is only for the wealthy, but then it makes sense to me why you could not fathom that Miss Miko could have a nice kitchen and that kitchen was hers. It's because when you used to cooking all your meals in a basement inside of a microwave in an easy bake oven, sometimes when the sun is utilizing the microwave, I can understand why a nice, well-to-do kitchen would seem so impressive and elitist, because you just could not get over the fact that this woman's kitchen was in her home. But the fact that you live in a bunker made sense. Why that was such a grand manifestation and so unbelievable to you. Because a bitch who been eating out of paper plates, red cups, and steaming a food up out of mini microwaves, this would be a impressive feat. See, there's a reason why you obsessed over homosexuality, the good, the bad, and the ugly. And there's a reason why you fixated and have a point of attraction regarding people's money and what they have. Because it's coming from a nigga who ain't got shit, including a father or a dog anymore. Because the people who got the least are always the ones obsessing about the most. So it's no wonder that you can't get over Larry's wealth. It's no wonder why you can't get over CTV's BMW. Why you can't get over CTV's weaves and jury and his privilege. Why you can't get over Miss Miko's kitchen. Because niggas with the least are always obsessing about niggas who indeed have the most. Okay? Ain't got nothing, ain't never had nothing, ain't bout shit, ain't gonna never be bout shit, never was shit, and never gonna be shit. You gonna die dishonorably discharged from the earth just like your ratchet ass pappy was. Because now your pappy is in hell asking my mother for a drop of water from heaven. And maybe she did or did not give him a little taste. Huh? 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 I don't give a fuck what you claim. I don't give a fuck what you say. I don't give a fuck what you do, because what I know you never gonna do is tap me on my shoulder. Because you, me, the Conscious crew, all LRLers, and them 14 Fupalettes along with them virtual bots over there all know that it'll be the last shoulder you ever touch in your motherfucking life. You understand, boy? Because you came into a man's arena playing a boy's game. And now you in the toddler's chair getting that work from gods. Mm-hmm. I don't know why you want me to be bothered so bad. What you need to be bothered is why all 40 of those sex offenders is living 4 blocks away from your basement. What those sex offenders need to be worried about is why there is a maniacal repressed homosexual in the basement just 6 blocks away from them. Cause I'm more afraid for their proximity to you than I am about their proximity to you. So you keep doing what you do on your raggedy platform because I made a promise to you, ma'am. Okay? And that is that me and you going the long haul. Sugar, we're going the long haul, baby. Mm. Mm-hmm. You got time to be online trying to take a man down who's taking you down. But 539 registered sex offenders live in Euclid, Ohio, and 40 of them in your surrounding neighborhoods. And you rather play superhero online. You rather clean up the YouTube streets rather than them Russell, Ohio streets, rather than them Euclid streets. Because them Euclid streets are overflowing. And see, Phyllis said that he can't handle leaving folk alone. But the thing about it is that he is alone. See why he's so mad. It's because he is alone. It hurts him so bad. that nobody's losing any sleep over Fupa. It hurts him so bad. It infuriates him so bad. That nobody else has to drink and smoke because there's nothing but blessings and prosperity to wake up to. He's so mad that he's the only one that has to be drinking and smoking and not taking his meds and wailing and crying in cars and basements. He's so upset that despite all that he talks, that he's alone. Because he just can't extrapolate the level of emotionality that he desires. Fupa is under the impression that virtual reality is reality. He forget that we're all real life human beings who have a literal living life that is gorgeous. See, he could be 22,000 subscribers in, beloved by his audience, have a man in his life who is willing to bring willing to bring the bacon home to mama, and be living his best life and be connected to all the people that he want to be connected to, like me. He could have had my life if he just would have spent time learning from the master rather than being disgruntled because the master is the master. 2 years in, he could have been where we all are. Living our best life. Because when we go back and forth with you, nigga, it's going to be a good time. See, while you actually over there upset and hot and pressed and ready to get your motherfucking relatives put into an early grave. While you over there 2 years in, girl, losing sleep, suffering from insomnia, and depleting your own mental health, resulting in you being up for days on end, drunk and manic. Talking about a click and a view. Girl, my YouTube channel is not even monetized. Why you think you never even see commercials playing? I forfeited activating my monetization because I like to come over here and cuss and fuss like I'm doing right now. And I like to play copyrighted music, as I love to do in my elevator music intros. And I'd rather be creative than to collect a YouTube check by following a bunch of rigid ass regulated YouTube rules. So why would I be interested in clicks and views when I don't collect a Google AdSense check? You do. YouTube is your highest accomplishment, and you didn't even accomplish that. A click and a view. I built my channel without having to ever private my subscriber account, while having views on videos that exceed my subscriber account, while having people willing to stay subscribed to the channel, even if every upload is not of personal interest to them, because I cater to a vast array of different audiences, from the spiritual and metaphysical to the pop culture, to the shits and giggles and ratchetology of it all. So there is no way, as diverse as my platform is, as many people from different walks of life who love me for either doing hair or from what I wear. There are so many different levels of conscious crew members because I'm such a versatile social media influencer that there's no way that everybody should be watching every single one of my videos. The people who those commentators, the people who those subject matters are for, watch. You never even hear click and views come out of my mouth, and yet you are obsessed with buying bots. Now, we done seen that chat over there, according to the street committee girl, go from 990 people in the live stream to 248, from 1K in the live stream to 154. These are the days in which we know that you can't buy clicks and views, girl. That's why you cannot maintain consistency in your views, because you don't have a consistent payment to make for the click and view. And the whole gag is, girl, that you pay for click and views and you get 1K in the chat when you can afford to pay these foreign services they $112 to have your click and view for the night. You have 1K in the live stream just to end up with the same views on a video overall that I have in my live stream of 100, 200 people. So I'm trying to figure out why you are so enthralled by how many people are watching you at one given time, girl, when both of our videos going to go to 4K, to 3K, to 2K, except my views are actually genuine. I don't feel the need to buy views when my overall views are still going to reflect the people's interests. Your 1K don't get you to 100,000 views on a video because you're tired. You're delayed and through. When Knockout Media screen records your video catalog, girl, and all that's there is Larry and Miko, Andrea and CTV and Jives, and you got the nerve to talk about we built our channels off on you. How? When our channels predate you. Oop, you know what? I'm not even going to address the absolute nonsensical shit that you say out of your ratchet ass denture filled mouth. Okay? I want you to pray your father out of hell. Okay? I want you to continue to watch Larry drag your ass through this federal lawsuit. Okay? And I know, and I want you to know that while you banging on your keyboard, that my man is banging my ass, putting dick in me like Melody from Heaven used to put in you with Ernest, the name of the strap-on. Now, if you're not in the Patreon, you need to get into the Patreon so you can see all the sex offenders that Fupa is surrounded by. Because he mad that Pacer.gov doxed his ass. Bitch, you can't be mad that your address is public now because you're in a lawsuit, girl. You can't be mad. You can't be mad that this lawsuit spilled all of your tea, all of your income, your address, and all these offenders and criminals you surrounded by. You can't be upset, girl. You upset with, you blame everybody but the man. So you get ready. And I'm going to be waiting on that ass whipping. That's what I'm going to be waiting on. Because when I stand my ground, it's going to be you who we going to then hold accountable for me standing my ground. And I want you to walk into all those punches. Because I would have no problem standing my ground and turning your relatives into ancestors. And then making you suffer for why they had to meet they maker sooner than later in life. Because if you cancerous bitch, the whole lineage is poison. And in the Old Testament, when the collective was poisoned, God would have the entire cottage smited and leave nothing left to breathe. Not the cattle, not the adults, sometimes not a living thing was left behind. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. So I'm glad that you ran your mouth about those threats, per se. Those threats in particularly. I'm glad that you expressed the desire. I'm glad you did that. Because you never saw none of this coming, did you? And you ain't gonna see the second phase coming either. Because you deaf, blind, and stupid. He wants to send. He always wants to send someone else because he ain't got no work himself to put on a bitch. He ain't made good on a single thread yet. And everybody done invited him to the Ponderosa and not when they on vacation. Are we supposed to take a man who has run down the police precinct several times for a 5'1" black woman in a whole nother state seriously? Are we supposed to take a keyboard gangster, a elderly keyboard ass gangster who can't manage to even liberate himself from the basement, who went down to the police precinct to file a police report on another content creator for flagging his video for copyright infringement? Are we supposed to be scared of a man who pulled up to another man's house knowing he was on vacation? Are we supposed to be afraid of a man who ran down to the police precinct to make 5011 police reports on William McWig for copyright infringement on his YouTube channel? Are we supposed to be afraid of a police ass nigga who acts as a keyboard gangster? ah, 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 ah. Are we supposed to I done knocked all my shit off my dresser, child. Are we supposed to be upset, girl? Hold on, y'all. Oh, okay. Are we? Even if he talked about the most current tea on the internet, he doesn't have an intelligent thought in his body. No. Because when he's not talking about us, he's talking about rim jobs and why black women don't want to lick shitty booty. If they come to your home, Phyllis, girl, you are written. Let me tell you something. Y'all know, we know, and Fupa know. Fupa know that he will be laid to rest right next to his father. Okay? Baby, it's never been no concerns over here. I would stand my ground with no stand your ground laws in place. I'm a Scorpio, honey. We love a good bloodbath. We're here for the war and calamity and apocalypse of it all. Okay? Now, just like Fupa filed a frivolous countersuit against Larry, just like he threatens frivolous lawsuits that'll be thrown out against everybody else, he has no new play in his book, but the same frivolous, baseless, vain threats that he has yet to make good on. Oh yeah, they're lost for everything, Miss Yaya. Mm-hmm. Good night, Oz. Love you too, boo. I'm gonna call you tomorrow. So I just wanted to come on. I said I was gonna be here long, girl. We done been here for 2 motherfucking hours, honey. Because we want to know why a hoe is pressed. When a hoe wanted to be famous. A hoe wanted to be significant. And now she's starring in a whole motherfucking federal lawsuit as a defendant. And she is upset. Why you mad? Why is you upset at little old CTV, girl? CTV don't dislike you, Fupa. CTV don't give a fuck about you. I don't know you to dislike you or to like you. You get this work, okay? Because you thought that I was the right one. The only problem with that is you're the wrong one. You're not anointed, bitch, to contend with me. Okay? And I'm the perfect opponent because I'm unbotherable. And I'm going to give you that work from unbotherable energy while you drunk and manic and crazed and wide-eyed and creating out of your pussy hole. Playing the manic victim, girl, and you do it well. And I want you to just continue to take care of yourself, girl, even if that means continuing to be a manic fool, girl, because I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn what happens to you. I don't give a damn what you say. There is nothing that I can find to give a damn about. Okay? So now that you have gotten the official Dear Fupa video, okay? And I have jumped the line once again, bitch. I ain't jumped the line, bitch. Okay? I leaped head first across that motherfucker. right into your grill hole and put my foot right down into your dick sucker where it belongs, what you gonna do about it? What are you going to do about me crossing the line? What are you gonna do about it? What you gonna do about it? 'Cause bitch, I'll cross it every motherfucking time that God appoints me and instructs me to cross that motherfucker. And I'll drag your sorry ass pappy for the low credit score heathen that he was and that he passed away as every single motherfucking time. Because if you didn't want that work, bitch, you should have kept a real bitch out of your dick sucker, which was my mother. You should have kept the head bitch's name out of your motherfucking dick sucker if you didn't want that work on your pappyless pappy, bitch. Okay? So now that he dead and gone, every time I need to remind you that you are a fatherless Negro boy, I will. When you acting up online and all your daddy issues and your daddy fracture is being stimulated, I'm going to remind you that you got to go beat up the casket, bitch. Because if you ain't want that work on your pappy, you should have made sure to have kept my mother's name out of your super soaker throater. Oh, California judge, you know you can't rely on anything this man says. His word is not bond. Wolf ticketing for days. Fupa wants to believe that he has the discipline to resist me, and he doesn't. Fupa wants to believe that he has the self-control to withhold himself from me, and he does not. He's under the influence of too many spells that I've casted. I've locked him into a self-sabotage that is irreversible. I don't give a damn what type of psychic soothsaying, cheap, new age, crystal ball reading whore that he attempts to lift these spiritual shackles that I got his ass suspended in. He won't. Because what I use to lock his ass into drive comes out of the deepest parts of Africa. Are energies and spirits and deities that come out of the deepest parts of the jungles. Andrew's angle, I beg to differ. His father might be proud, especially if his father was just as trifling and sorry as he is. So, California judge, you can count on Fupa not being double-minded. You can count on him fantasizing about his ability to be as withstanding as me. See, I let these hoes run their dick sucker for almost 2 years before I gave them this work 5 months ago. That's the level of self-control he wish he possessed. I'm going to prove to you how much self-control I have. This is a new week. I'm going to make the next several days be a Fupa free week. Now, you couldn't pay that bitch to make it a Larry Reid free hour, yet alone a Larry Reid free week. You couldn't pay that hoe to make it a CTV free minute, yet alone a CTV free week. But what I'm gonna do, just to put some extra pep in my step, to show this hoe with discipline and self-control and being able to turn the switch on and off is like, is we gonna have a week free of Fupatonian related content, so I can show these whores how it's truly done. That's very true, California judge. Oh, before I wrap this up, somebody told me that that gap throat whore said that he's known about the mediation. I've never experienced and witnessed somebody so disinterested in the truth, for God's sake, ever. Like, why do you need to be that invested in some sense of control that you would even claim that you knew about a mediation and that you knew about what Larry would propose on his behalf in mediation, when Larry's lawyer didn't even know that? I was the only person who was aware. So how is it possible that you knew about what Larry wanted in mediation? And I just can't believe that you are that desperate for some sense of control. That this pseudo self-esteem is that deep that you would have claimed to have known something that it would have been impossible for you to know until after I communicated it. And you are so delusional and narcissistic and maniacal that even under the most impossible of circumstance, girl, you had to put on a face of control as if you are that nigga and you are running this shit. Classic queen. Period. This hoe was jumping up 2 a.m. out of the morning, honey, gagging over me spilling the tea about his own court case. This nigga didn't even file motions until after I done articulated that there's been a movement in the court system. His followers are a reflection of him. Dumbasses. But I'm in Alabama. I'm on a lot of land. My closest neighbors are half a mile away. Nobody will be able to hear you scream. It will take the authorities about 37 minutes at maybe a speed of 110 to actually get to our property. So there's literally nothing but space and opportunity. So now all I want to know is what you want to do. What you want to do. What you want to do. I'm going to let you think about what you want to do, girl. You're going to have a whole week to do so. You're going to have a whole week to figure out what you want to do. And then we going to make it happen. Captain. We going to make it happen, Captain. We going to make you a star all over again. We'll make sure that the news picks up the story. Now I have to get back, okay, to moving all the shit around in my house and unpacking my furniture and painting and decorating so that I can get back to being visual with you guys. Once I get me my space set up, okay? Because now I have a whole production area that I can do all of my shit in. I can show my ass in fully. Okay? My whole entire black ass in. Okay? And Lanya Harris, no, bitch. We're not talking about your apartment that you pay your rent in the form of EBT with, ho. We're talking about country style, good Alabama living that's closer to Fupa. And his low end lineage. Lanya Harris is a Fupalette from the Fupaverse. She's come to feed for the night. But if it was an apartment too, Fupa is more than welcome at the apartment. He's more than welcome at the trailer park. He's more than welcome at the complex. He's more than welcome at the condo. He's more than welcome at the duplex. He's more than welcome at the townhouse. I mean, insert any environment. He's more than welcome. It wouldn't change the invitation. Woo chow! Oh, they don't like this kind of teaching. I don't know why they don't like this kind of teaching, y'all. Why they don't like this kind of teaching? Why? Why they don't like it? Why don't nobody be liking this kind of teaching? Oh, Father God. I got shit to do. Okay. Oh God. Okay, then to be fucking around with a turkey neck ass elderly repressed homosexual over in Euclid, Ohio, surrounded by 539 motherfucking sex offenders. What you talk about, bitch? Ooh, this bitch couldn't even see the sex offenders in her neighborhood because she's sitting in the ground of the house. She wouldn't even be able to see the Chester Lester child molesters girl hopscotching up and down Russell Avenue sidewalk girl because she's stuck in the goddamn ground of the house girl. Woo! Child. Delusions, honey. But this was a good recess, girl. Because I needed to lay my fat ass down, girl. And I damn sure flopped my ass on this motherfucking mattress, honey. Before I get my ass back up, okay, to finish unpacking all of me and my man's shit, okay. So we gonna show Fupa and the Fupalettes and the Fupaverse, bitch, what discipline and self-control looks like. You know that unbotheredness I personified for 2 years. Girl, so you know that I can make good on 7 days. If I make good on almost 2 years. Before you got this, whoa. You know what's so funny, girl? Is that it is so interesting being able to bother a bitch at this level, and we haven't even had to dox this hoe to do it. Isn't it fascinating that we have been able to have this bitch profusely crying in her car in the corner of her basement? We've had this hoe flying down to the police. We done had this hoe doing everything under the sun, and we haven't even break the law to get this hoe completely upset and outside of her flesh. Isn't it so fascinating, girl, that we ain't even have to utilize and do half of the raggedy criminal shit that them hoes do? And we have had them hoes absolutely spastic and losing the entirety of their shit. Now that's what you call being a social media influencer, bitch. See how I influence these hoes, bitch. To get in their feelings. Baby, you can't be mad that Pacer doxed you, honey. Okay? Just dox Pacer in return, bitch. You can't be mad that Pacer got your motherfucking address up there for all to see because you wanted to be a star in a federal defamation lawsuit, girl. It's the misguided anger for me, okay? The question is, why is he worried about how many sex offenders around you? Well, now that we were able to look at how many sex offenders are in Euclid, I do understand his concern. You know, I feel like he's genuinely concerned, Catherine, for someone's safety in Ridgeway in the $12,000 house. I just don't know why he ain't interested and worried about the 539 sex offenders in Euclid. And all 39 of them who live in his surrounding area. You know, but that's what happens when you don't sweep in front of your own door. Chester child molester may end up being your pizza man and your DoorDash deliverer. Because you worried about the sex offenders that live around another person. Instead of doxing your own address and figure out which one of the cab drivers coming to pick you up today. Likes him a little underage flash. Oh, we don't need a public apology. I'm going to tell you, the apology has been the loveliness of life. Why would he need to apologize to a group of people who leveled up? For a group of people who love each other and got purpose and passion in life. He wasn't able to break up nobody over here. What was his? See, what was ours was ours. You couldn't keep Jives, Fupa. He wasn't yours. He's mine. You couldn't keep Andrea. She's not yours, Fupa. She's mine. Did you forget? All mine, not yours. Oh, don't forget, classic. Ooh, child. Baby, a $12,000 house is a true come up, honey. For a basement dwelling dusty. Okay? That's a whole mansion for that whole baby. You know, you got to imagine that any more square footage than what he gets in that basement, baby, is literally, leveling up for the Fupatonian race, girl. You won't ever see them fall off you, that, because they're bots. Long as he got tens and twenties of dollars, girl, he's gonna be able to buy them clicks and views, honey. Okay. It ain't gonna be no falling off. What you will see is days of profound fluctuation when he can't afford to purchase them clicks and views. Baby, but he'll make sure somehow, some way, okay, to dupe the kids out of their fives and tens of dollars, okay, to make sure that he can perpetrate a fraud, because all a fraud does is perpetrate. Well, he said Larry's name 75 times tonight. 75. The lawyers literally counted it 75 times. 75. The Ohio super lawyers in place counted 75 times. 75. And y'all know that these people are meticulous, honey. Okay? Y'all know that these lawyers are meticulous, honey. Y'all seen the way that lawsuit is set up, baby. Dumb babies gonna quote you to the millisecond, baby. 75 times. Trial is gonna be messy. You know, I'm sure that this helps Larry to just not even bother with mediation, because somebody like this just deserves all that work. They just deserve the work. And just like karma, honey, we got beef, so let's eat. 75. He ain't messing with me. He ain't messing with Jives. He ain't messing with Larry. He ain't messing with Miko, Phyllis. Baby, we all content creating and living and transitioning and having sex with working body parts in our life, honey. We give that hoe that work to laugh and to gag. Wow, that hoe is really, really mad, honey. Okay, that he want his ratchet ass, a criminal ass, broke and dusty basement dwelling ass, nephews and Rufus and Clyde and them and the family and shit, girl. Okay, to come and fuck a bitch up, baby. But now I'm closer. So it shouldn't be no reason why he shouldn't be able to make good on his word. Ain't gonna be the last to draw it. Hey, TW. It's the obvious ED he has for me. Period. You are giving Hannibal Lecter Silence of the Lambs with that laugh. I'm a Scorpio. I'm sick in the head. Scorpios are ruled by Pluto. Okay? Phoenix is our symbology. Oh, we a little on the cold side. It's like a Harley Quinn Joker aspect to our nature. The old infamous, you don't want to get on the bad side of a Scorpio. It gets real bad for you to the point that you can't take it and you don't know what to do with yourself. So you end up in an ambulance or a 5150 hole, or you end up, manic and a drunk. You end up crying and with headaches and with sleepless nights, and you end up so angry that you get so volatile and hostile, okay, that you willing to throw it all away because a Scorpio got you that pressed. Andrea is a Scorpio. Oh, baby. There's a reason why they be telling folks, leave them Scorpios alone, child. Find you anybody else on that zodiac wheel to play with, bitch. Because a Scorpio is going to drive you absolutely out of your mind. And then they go in some sick fashion enjoy the show of it all. They're going to sit there with eyes wide open, eyes wide shut, baby, and just meditate in the agony of you and all, honey. Oh, you got a good man, honey. You got a Scorpio TW. The article's up there, honey. The articles is up there, honey. Okay, 2 years. Okay. 2 motherfucking years in federal penitentiary, bitch, from stealing from them non-profit organizations, baby. Anything, Bonita Child, anything. It's comedy gold, honey. Comedy fucking gold. Catherine, his whole show is just for laughs. Who takes him seriously? Absolutely nobody. You know, but he's a he's a comedian, so he's used to not being taken seriously. He's used to people laughing at him, okay, and not with him, okay. So he's used to living a life being a joke. So we're gonna laugh. Yep, I said that earlier in the Patreon, child. I said it earlier in the Patreon, TW. Naturally intuitive and psychic. Pisces too, yep. Well, I gotta go, honey. This was the Dear Fupa. Shut your motherfucking mouth, ho. I will drag you and your entire lineage. Okay, and there's nothing, absolutely nothing that you can do about it, bitch. And when you decide that you want to do something about it, bitch, you let me know, bitch, so I can afford you the direction so that you can do what you need to do about it, bitch. Okay? Now, until you're willing to do something about it, bitch, okay? You will be put on pause, bitch, for several days straight, okay? Now, let's see if you can manage to keep my motherfucking cock out of your motherfucking throat, ho, okay? Let's see if you can go several days, bitch, and get a click and a view off of anybody else, unrelated, okay, to the real winning team over here. Let's see if you can do that, bitch. We know that you won't, okay? And we're going to tally up the score by the end of the week, honey. Because it's about to be a Fupa free content-less week, girl. I'm about to show you what unbothered looks like because it seemed like you've forgotten it, even though you've been forgotten about in the Invisible Man for almost 2 years now. But we're going to remind you what it's like to truly be invisible, girl. We're going to take you back into your trauma, honey, okay? So you can deal and do your shadow work because, see, when you actually are being rejected and abandoned and you get to flaring up like that, that's good for you. Because the only way to heal is through what you deal with, okay? So you flaring up and all of your triggers and all of your abandonment issues coming up when you get no, okay? When you get silence treatment, honey, that's good. Because in that is where your shadow work is. So deal, feel, seal, sign, and deliver, Miss Ma'am. Okay? And I'll be waiting. I'll be waiting on everything, girl. Okay? I'm so sorry that you had to feel this way because I refused once again your offer to make contact because you are insignificant to me and my compadre. We expected you to be brokenhearted again. We know that you're in love, girl. Okay? We plan on breaking your heart for the rest of your life with a no. On that note, good night, you all. And I will see you loud, live, and in color tomorrow or later on today. Hell, it's already Monday. Good night.